Hi, my name is Vardana. I'm from Montreal, Quebec. An important part of my faith is wearing my niqab. And I'm worried about Bill 62 because I think it threatens my rights and my dignity by asking me to unveil my face in public when I receive a service. I have no problem identifying myself when it's necessary, but I think that if applied, Law 62 will cause me to live humiliating situations. As a citizen Canadian, I would like to know, if you were elected, what would you do to protect my rights and my dignity?
I've made it very clear, I've been a feminist activist for a long time, that no one should be able to tell a woman or anybody how they should dress. We must also be clear about the need to protect the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. In terms of Bill 62, I certainly hope, like many others, that the Quebec National Assembly will respect women's individual rights and people's religious rights that are protected through the Quebec Charter, as well as the federal charter, and certainly that's the way I hope that things will go forward.
Well, I personally don't trust any politician to tell a woman how to dress. The question for our person who asked the question, she's a citizen of Quebec. This is about jurisdiction in Quebec, about the delivery services under the provincial government, and citizens of Quebec who oppose legislation can participate in it, they can have a debate, and if they believe that issues affect their basic rights, Quebec has actually two levels of protection. One is the Quebec Bill of Rights, which is extremely strong, and the second is the Canadian Charter. And that's where these issues should be debated. There's no jurisdictional position for the federal government here.
As New Democrats, we all believe in supporting the individual rights and freedoms of all people, supporting people's human rights. This question, though, is specifically well equipped to be dealt with by Quebec. Quebec has actually a phenomenal Charter of Rights and Freedoms that actually delineates a host of issues in terms of what could not be discriminated against. It's a very strong piece of legislation, and I'm confident that the laws that exist in Quebec, as well as the open-minded, open-spirited people of Quebec and the Quebec society, will protect the freedoms that all people should enjoy. We also have rights in other provinces that support these individual freedoms, and I'm confident that we'll be able to move forward.
I do oppose the government's ability to tell a man or a woman what to wear or not to wear. And in that sense, I do oppose Bill 62. Now, I do believe it's important as a party to recognize that there is a debate that's happening in Quebec about the place of religion in the state, otherwise known as secularism, for historical reasons. And as a party, we have three choices. We can either hide our head in the sand and hope that the issue will go away, or we can just, from Ottawa, tell Quebec, you have no right to discuss this, you have no right to legislate on this, or we can actually try to build the bridges between that debate on secularism and the importance of freedom of religion.